Good Tuesday morning. Hey, beautiful sunshine. It certainly looks like a great day. It's just a little on the cold side. But boy, you can't beat that sunshine. This is looking live outside just after 8 o'clock on this chilly Tuesday morning. Our Gwaltney Group camera from the Lake of the City, the Pearl of the Lake camera. There is the Pearl of the Lake, the boat there in the foreground. And in the distance, you see all the blue waters of the Mississippi River and Lake Pepin and the blue sky overhead. I'm meteorologist Ted Schmidt. Good morning. We are enjoying a peaceful but chilly day. We are going to have to get used to that. Unfortunately, we have a lot of days like this moving forward. We are going to see some snow, which is not such a peaceful situation, especially for that Monday or Wednesday morning commute. That's what's tomorrow. Maybe a little tricky because of tonight's snow. But during the daytime hours today, a peaceful, tranquil round of cold, un-November-like sunshine. Temperatures today quite a bit colder than you might normally see in the early stages of the month of November. Typically, this time of the year, we would see upper 40s for highs, maybe even 30s. Today, we'll get into the 30s, but more often than not, the next week or so, we're going to be seeing weather that's very un-November-like and quite a bit colder than the seasonal average. But today, for the time being, here's the story in Rochester. Blue sky. Here's a look to the southwest with our Gwaltney Group camera from Signal Hill in northwest Rochester. Not a cloud out there. We had a cold front move through the area last night, yet another one that generated some pretty gusty winds. Perhaps you heard some of those winds rattling the windows around midnight. Winds were gusting beyond 30 miles per hour for a couple of hours there. 22 the temperature right now in Rochester. Winds have gotten a lot lighter since the overnight hours, but that cold air is pouring in, and these temperatures are pretty chilly for early November standards. Mason City 22, 21 in Owatonna. Earlier this morning, Owatonna and Dodge Center were in the teens. Right now, they're up to 21 right now. It's 23, meanwhile, in Preston. Here in Rochester, light west breeze, 8 miles per hour. It gives us a wind chill of 13. Air pressure, a pretty high number. The barometer, 30.33 inches of mercury, telling us that high pressure is nearby, and certainly we have evidence of that. Light winds and some bright blue sky, abundant sunshine. The fast-moving area of high pressure, though, it's going to move along pretty quickly, and this tranquil weather will be gone in a few hours. We're looking at some clouds and then some snow by tonight. Wind chills, most spots teens, though Dodge Center, 9, the way it feels right now. 13 in Rochester, 18 in Charles City, Iowa. Blue skies and some sunshine. There are the clouds, though, in the afternoon, and then we see snow. The first flakes begin to fall around 6 or 7 o'clock this evening. I think by the time Rochester begins to see snow, maybe closer to 7 or 8 o'clock. I think our western counties will see the snow at first, coming in out of the plains as that system comes in. But kind of a brisk breeze and increasing cloud cover. Satellite radar, blue sky everywhere. We are cloud-free right now. But there are the clouds coming in from the west, and there's that storm system coming in out of Montana that's headed for our area, and we'll see that snow developing this evening. Here's high-res Futurecast watching the snow from the west. This is what we're tracking in the future for the rest of the afternoon and this evening. By the time we get to about 6 o'clock or so, there it is, 7 o'clock, we'll see the snow knocking on the door, moving into the heart of the area through the course of the evening hours, around 8 o'clock, maybe getting close to Rochester, Austin, Mason City, getting some light snow there as well. And looking at the advisory that's in place, that it was issued very early this morning, winter weather advisory. It starts tomorrow, or rather tonight, ends tomorrow morning, 6 p.m. tonight, going through 6 a.m. Wednesday. 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. Rochester, Austin, Albert Lee, Decorah, Wabashaw's even in this winter weather advisory, though I think most of the southern half of the county will see the advisory type criteria for snowfall. And anytime you see a winter weather advisory, sometimes it's up to the discretion of the National Weather Service, because if it's an early season event and you're not used to having heavy accumulation, you may issue an advisory of 2 to 4 inches when typically it would be 3 or more inches of snow. So some spots may not quite get the 3 inches, but it's a big impact with that snow nonetheless. Looking at cold sunshine today, snow tonight and very early tomorrow. It'll be done certainly by this time tomorrow, so certainly by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And then frigid weather later this week. In fact, we may even see some single-digit morning lows in a couple of cases. 22 right now in Rochester. It's 15 in International Falls, 24 in Sioux Falls, and yes, that cold high pressure is going to be with us today, bringing us that chilly sunshine. Futurecast, there it is, moving out to the southeast, and here comes the snow That area of low pressure is moving quickly. It's a quick hitter coming out of the northwest. It's a clipper system, one that moves quickly and brings a light to moderate amount of snowfall. Not a huge, heavy type of situation. This isn't going to be a huge dumping of snow, but a winter weather advisory criteria. 3-4 inches of snow, typical and advisory. And that's what we're facing out of this. Snow, it comes to an end by around sunrise tomorrow, maybe a couple flurries lagging behind that. We'll have a lot of clouds tomorrow. Kind of a chilly north breeze and highs in low 30s. Then tomorrow night with dramatic clearing and that high pressure coming in, it is going to be a very cold night. We may see single-digit morning lows by Thursday morning. High pressure right on top of us coming out of northern Canada. And with a light breeze and clear skies throughout the day, we will only be able to muster high temperatures in the mid-20s, especially with that fresh coating of snow on the ground in much of the area. And here's what we're expecting, the way of snowfall, maybe the most important map here that we're showing. 2 to 4 inches, Rochester, Austin, Decorah, about 2 to 4 inches in La Crosse and in Winona. Northward, it looks like Wabasha County, 2, maybe 3 inches. I'm thinking lighter amounts otherwise for Lake City and areas northward, and Mason City, 2 inches or so, but not in the winter weather advisory criteria. But overall, we're saying about 2 to 4 inches, give or take a few, some spots in outlying areas on this map, maybe a slightly lighter amount than that. High temperatures today around 35 in Rochester, 36 in Austin, 36 in Charles City, and 34 in Albert Lea. Mostly sunny, west winds around 10 miles per hour. Tonight, there's that snow. It develops this evening. It'll be heaviest around 10, 11 o'clock this evening into the overnight hours, then beginning to wind down after about 2 in the morning. Look for 2 to 4 inches by sunrise tomorrow, and a few leftover snowflakes early, maybe a couple of flurries beyond that, but accumulation should be down by around 6 or 7 in the morning. Morning commute may be a little tricky, though. Keep that in mind tomorrow. Maybe allow a little extra time to get where you're going. 33. Brisk north breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And beyond that, not even as warm as the freezing mark for a couple of days. Cold sunshine Thursday and Friday. A little bit of rain mixing with snow late Saturday. Well, it'll be a little warmer by then, upper 30s. And then a cold front comes through that night. And then we'll have a coating of very light snow early Sunday. And looking really cold for next Monday. Highs only in the teens. The coldest high temperature of the season, most likely by then. It looks like we're going to stick with winter mode for quite a bit longer, as we are abnormally cold, to say the least, for November standards. Typically, this time of the year, around 48 for high temperature, 30s for lows. We're starting in the 30s for daytime high temperatures, and these overnight temperatures, teens and 20s, more typical of December. And we get the single digits. You're talking almost early January type conditions, at least for seasonal averages. So pretty cold temperatures in the coming days. So dress warmly, as we like to say, or be prepared for the cold, and be ready for tonight's snow. In the meantime, have a great Tuesday, everybody.